Grace and peace to you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. It is good to be with you again in one of these little chats. I come to you today with a very particular purpose in mind, and that is to commend to you the work, the ministry and the labours of the task forces that have been busy at work at St Armands Quay Lutheran Church these past several months. Their recommendations went to the Council last week. The Council unanimously approved and adopted those proposals. And today I want to highlight one aspect of the post-COVID church task force, and that's Christian education here at St Armands Quay Lutheran Church. I want to share with you several concrete, happening now, being put together now proposals that are coming to you from the Christian education portion of the post-COVID church task force. The first recommendation is the formation of a Christian education committee to oversee our work. And I've got to tell you that committee has been established, and the first fruits are this. There are 3 pastors at St Armands Quay Lutheran Church working right now on Christian education classes for adults here at church. The first of those 3 pastors needs no introduction. Herb Molenhoff is known and loved by all at St Armands Quay Lutheran Church. Right now, Herb is busy researching a class that he'll present in the fall. Herb is re-establishing the Conversations Group, an adult education class that he led here over a number of years, which was incredibly popular with folks at St Armands Quay. Herb is putting that together again right now. The other pastor does need some introduction because Bruce is relatively new to St Armands Quay Lutheran Church. But Pastor Bruce Model is a recently retired pastor. He was, until quite recently, the senior pastor at Grace Lutheran Church in River Forest, Illinois, and perhaps you know that congregation. Bruce is also a gifted writer and academic, and he, as we speak, is putting together some classes that he will teach here at St Armands Quay. And the last, but I hope not least, is me. I have all sorts of ideas. Some are ready to go, and some are bubbling in the background. But watch this space. There will be multiple opportunities for adult Christian education at St Armands Quay Lutheran Church coming to you in just a matter of weeks. The other thing that we've developed on the task force, and I want to just describe in very thumbnail sketch to you today, concerns the littlest members of our congregation. What are we going to do for the children at St Armands Quay Lutheran Church? Well, the task force developed a 3-year plan. And I don't want to get ahead of myself and describe year 2 and year 3, but year 1 has a quite specific purpose in mind. We're going to hire a children's church time coordinator so that during each worship service and during fellowship hour, that coordinator is not just babysitting children, although they will be looking after our children, but at the same time that they're looking after our children, they'll be teaching them some lessons based on the Bible stories for that particular Sunday. That has been approved by our congregation council. It's going to happen, and it's in the planning stages right now. And the last thing to share with you is that we have a small team that's formed that is planning and about to implement a whole speaker series, so that you don't just hear from me and the usual suspects at St Armands Quay Lutheran Church, but that on a regular basis throughout the year, there will be an interesting series of speakers coming here and leading conversations and discussions and classes here. I'm excited by that. Of course, you might ask, why am I sitting at the desk and giving this, well, not fireside chat, computer side chat? Because this is where so much Christian education has happened at SACL in this year of COVID. For several years now, I've led a Wednesday Bible study. And during COVID, it's been led online from here. This is the desk. These are the computers and monitors that I sat at when in the past year classes have been presented on the life of Oscar Romero, Archbishop and martyr Oscar Romero, the class on the theology of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, and it was also from this desk that the class on the UNESCO sites of Israel was presented. And I say that to you not because going forward classes will be presented from here specifically, but just to remind myself and to tell you folks that true to our word, Christian education events and classes at St. Armands Quay Lutheran Church will be offered in person and online by means of Zoom and other technologies with these cameras and these lights and our AV guy, Justin Kaiser, leading the way. So that if you can be here in person, you're welcome. And if you can't be here in person for whatever reason, COVID, or you're traveling, or you just don't want to schlep over the bridge again, the classes will be available online so that our snowbirds, our people here year round, our people near and our people far will have a Christian education opportunity all year round at St. Armands Quay Lutheran Church. You see what I meant at the start of this presentation when I said that hopes and dreams and plans from meeting after meeting of the task force and the congregation council, plans and ideas are now becoming concrete realities in the life, the ministry, and the witness of St. Armands Quay Lutheran Church. You'll hear more about the other task forces at another time. For now, I recommend that you read the materials, watch the videos, open the connections that come to you, telling you what the task forces have been up to. And keep us all in your prayers as the task force recommendations are implemented and lived out at St. Armands Quay Lutheran Church, especially as it relates to Christian education. May God bless you until we meet again.